A couple days ago, I made a tweet asking you guys what you think the best dual weapon combos are in Fortnite history, and the community certainly had some, well, interesting opinions, and in this video, I'm going to give to you what I believe to be some of those best dual weapon combos of all time. These are not going to be just the two best weapons in a given season, right? These are going to be the pairs of items that worked better as a grouping than opposed to, them being used separately. Do remember though, this list is not exhaustive and there are going to be plenty of combos that I will miss in this video, and if you guys show me by absolutely nuking that like button that you want a part 2 to this video, I will definitely make it. If you do go on to enjoy this video, please consider leaving a like and subscribing. I'm pushing for 100,000 subscribers. We've got the best Fortnite ranking community here on YouTube. Be sure to use code TYFRYZ in the Fortnite item shop when you get the chance, and yeah, let's get right into this video. What is the best dual weapon combo in Fortnite history? Honestly, I should have said this in the introduction to this video, but yeah, this list is not going to be in any particular order. And firstly, we've got to talk about a dual weapon combo that is probably the most infamous one in Fortnite history. It's the pump shotgun and, well, the pump shotgun. Yeah, I'm going with double pump. All right, look, I know it's a little bit of a cheap pick because technically this is not two separate weapons, which this list is meant to be for. It's the same weapon just twice, but you can't deny that when you think of two Fortnite weapons going back to back with each other in a pairing, you can't lie to me. I know you're thinking about double pump. Look, right, I know this doesn't exist anymore, but in its peak, double pump was by far the strongest mechanic potentially we've ever seen in Fortnite history, and in the right hands, it was so easy for these players to be 1v4ing squads. Like, if you go watch any Ninja or, like, Daquan gameplay back in the day, these guys are just running through full squads with literally just two pump shotguns and mobility. As well as this, obviously, it helps that the pump shotgun was literally the strongest gun in the game and blatantly overpowered. And so, yeah, I know some of you might think this is a little bit of a cheap pick for this video, but I definitely think it deserved a mention here in the beginning. But all right, let's be honest, the first true dual weapon combo on this list, it's going to be the railgun recon scanner combo. This is my personal favorite dual weapon pairing this game has ever seen. It is just so perfect. Like, these two guns are meant to be used together. Like, it just feels weird using the railgun without having the recon scanner and vice versa. And obviously, it's pretty obvious why these two weapons work so well together. The recon scanner will mark people through walls and stuff, and the railgun can, well, hit people through walls. I have been begging for this weapon combo to come back, right? And of course, recently in Chapter 6, we actually did get the railgun back. What was that? Back in Chapter 6, Season 1, right? But unfortunately, we didn't get the recon scanner with it, so I'm praying at some point they will bring both these weapons back together. But honestly, it was so incredibly strong that there's a good shot we may never see them together again. I just love how well these weapons work together. Like I said before, it felt like these weapons were fundamentally built to be used as a pairing with one another, and that's why they work so well together. And yeah, while individually they're good, together they are nearly unbeatable. Like, it's really hard to even counter this combo. Moving on to our next combo, I'm gonna go with Chapter 5 Season 2's Cerberus's Gatekeeper shotgun and Cerberus's medallion. Now, I put these as a pairing together because typically when you get one, you get the other. I mean, obviously, yes, they both drop at Grim Gate, and so what that means is if you pick up the Gatekeeper shotgun, more than likely the person, one, has Cerberus's medallion, or two, you could just do it yourself and you're going to take both of them. Not only is this the best shotgun of all time, I would argue, Cerberus's medallion is also a top 5 medallion you've ever seen. I think you could even push it into that top 3 category. And this combo works so well because first of all, for the medallion, you get 3 dashes, and for the Gatekeeper shotgun, you get 3 shots. So literally what you will see people do, I know Zemi was a god tier culprit of this. They would dash towards you, hit you with a Gatekeeper shotgun shot, then dash to the other side, hit you with another Gatekeeper shotgun shot, and then dash to the other side, and then hit you with a final Gatekeeper shotgun shot, and honestly put you down before you even knew what happened. This is an absolutely terrifying dual weapon combo, and yeah, I know Cerberus medallion is not a weapon, but generally this list is basically just going to be 2 items together, which can include a weapon or not. But there is truthfully an argument for this to be like genuinely, in terms of like pure gameplay, not just fun, like literally just pure stomping players, it might be the best dual weapon combo we've ever seen. But honestly, there's an argument that the Kinetic Blade and the Havoc Pump Shotgun will give it a run for its money. And again, this is another one of those combinations where you're going to see it again on this list for sure. It's one mobility item and then a shotgun, right? Because people love to use the mobility to close the gap on people and then will thunder pump you for, 200 once they get into your box after using that mobility item. And that's exactly what happens with the Kinetic Blade here and the Havoc Pump Shotgun. I know some people watching this video will say Havoc Pump Shotgun and Overclocked Pulse Rifle, but I feel like like those weapons aren't as much of, you know, a pairing as the Kinetic Blade and Havoc Pump Shotgun are, right? And I'm talking the good Kinetic Blade, right? Before it got those terrible nerfs where it's got durability and a certain amount of uses, right? Now, this thing in Chapter 4 Season 2 was special, and it felt like anytime somebody had a Kinetic Blade, they also had a Havoc Pump Shotgun right next to it to absolutely destroy you, and there shouldn't be any arguments that this is on this list today. Anybody who played in Chapter 4 Season 2 will 100% agree with me. And all right, I've got a little bit of a funny one here, right? Because I'm going to talk about two weapons and two attachments. Firstly, the Reaper Sniper Rifle and the P2X optic, and then secondly, the Thunderburst SMG and the laser attachment. It is actually tough to go on YouTube and find gameplay of somebody using the Reaper Sniper and not having the P2X optic on it. I mean, it is just such a perfect combo together. Again, look, I know the P2X optic is not a weapon, but it's just such a perfect pairing. I had to include it on this list. It literally felt like aimbot, just easy one-shot headshots. It's the perfect optic for, you know, mid, long, and close range, in my opinion. That little triangle reticle just felt like such easy headshots. I'm telling you guys, if there's one thing that I could take from Chapter 5 besides the Reaper Sniper, it would be the P2X optic. And I pray at some point we do get a weapon that will have the P2X optic on it in Chapter 6, but I don't know, that kind of seems like wishful thinking at this point. And then we've got the Thunderburst SMG and the laser, right? And so like I just said with the Reaper Sniper, yeah, they're a great pairing, but the Reaper Sniper can still be good on its own without the P2X optic, but the Thunderburst SMG is kind of whatever without the laser. But as soon as you get the laser attachment, it absolutely elevates it to being one of the best SMGs we've ever seen. I mean, literally, like if you go back and watch some of that early Chapter 5 gameplay, you will literally see people just running around with a Frenzy Auto Shotgun, a Reaper Sniper, and then if they need a Thunderburst SMG with a laser. It has literally no bloom, right? I mean, it can be used at those long AR ranges, close ranges, whenever you want. This combo is absolutely incredible, and I've got to give a shout out to Evolve Jake for this one over on Twitter, because he commented this on my initial post, and it is just such a genius idea. I can't believe I didn't think about it originally. So yeah, can't take credit for this one. We're gonna stick in Chapter 5 because I've got one from Chapter 5 Season 4. How about War Machine's hover jets and Captain America's shield? Now, I know towards the end of Chapter 5 Season 4, both these items were not what they were at the beginning of the season. They both went through some pretty significant nerfs, but I think you've got to think about on launch of Chapter 5 Season 4, again, another combo of items where you could literally 1v4 squads, especially in zero build. This combo was so deadly. The ability to just fly wherever you want and dash so quickly, but then cover yourself the entire time with Captain America's shield, and you could throw it in a group of people and it'll just bounce and do damage to all of them, and the entire time you can't really be hit because you can just dash all over the place. This is one of those combos where it's almost genuinely uncounterable. Like if you came across this in the beginning of Chapter 5 Season 4, there's nothing you could do, right? Like just put down the control, you're gonna die unless you're in a car maybe. But yeah, I mean, obviously there's a reason why both these weapons got nerfed, especially the Captain America shield, and it's for this reason, because they were way too strong paired together, but they are a notorious dual weapon combo. And all right, you guys know I love my trolls, so I've got to put another troll pick here. This one comes straight again from Evolve Jake on Twitter. Another banger by this guy. Go check him out, by the way, because he makes amazing content here. But that's going to be Midas's drum gun and, well, controller players. Now, look, obviously, this is a little bit of a troll, and really, this could be generally really any spray weapon in the beginning of Chapter 2, right? I mean, even Bruce's minigun, especially the Chapter 2 Season 1 AUG. If you guys remember, there was a whole beef with Booga, because he was just getting triple bursted by controller players out of the air in the beginning of Chapter 2 Season 1, because of course aim assist on controller was ridiculously overpowered. Like genuinely, I remember clips, I think it was Unknown Army back in the day, like if you guys remember him, he was literally just L2 spamming an SMG through the hay bales at the, was it Frenzy Farm in Chapter 2, I think it was, and he's just lasering people and he can't even see them. The aim assist is just locking on. It's absolutely ridiculous. And so you can understand why great spray weapons like Midas's drum gun, or really accurate burst weapons like the Chapter 2 Season 1 AUG, when paired with a controller player, were just so deadly. And if you didn't play in Chapter 2, you should be thankful that you didn't have to go up against controller players. And hey, myself as a controller player, I was absolutely loving this. But yeah, I mean, there's no doubt it was way too strong. I mean, you've got absolute bots that were just beaming players. And we're going to stick with early Chapter 2 because, yeah, guys, we've got to talk about Kit's Shockwave grenade launcher and Kit's charge shotgun. This is one of the most, I would say, well-known dual weapon combos in Fortnite history. Like when you guys clicked on this video, the first thing you probably thought of, what two weapons in Fortnite history always go together? Like you think about one and you've got to think about the other. Well, these two definitely fit that bill. And that's because similarly to the Cerberus pairing on this video, these weapons drop together at Caddy Corner. And not to mention, they're two great weapons, and so that meant if you were at Caddy Corner and you took down Kit, yeah, you were absolutely going to take both of these items, and so that meant anybody who killed you was also going to take these two items together, right? Like, there's no reason to not take these two items. Kit's charged shotgun has some of the highest body shot damage for any shotgun ever, and actually, in the grand scheme of things, I think probably a pretty underrated shotgun. And Kit's Shockwave grenade launcher is one of the best mobility items we've ever seen. It's the best grenade launcher in history, and arguably just the best launcher we've ever seen. So again, like you've seen on this video, pair a really, really good mobility item with a really, really good shotgun. There's no surprise they're going to be an unbeatable dual weapon combo. And for me, the best in Chapter 2, Season 3. Not really a question about that either. And my final pick for this video, it's going to be the Shockwave Hammer and Thunder Shotgun from Chapter 4, Season 1. I know you guys are probably so tired of hearing me talk about shotguns on this list, but I mean, come on, seriously, there's no way that I could talk about a two-weapon pairing video and not talk about these two together. It was so clear that the Thunder Shotgun was the best shotgun in Chapter 4, Season 1, and the Shockwave Hammer is just unbelievable. I mean, it just came back in Chapter 6, Season 3, so if you used it then, you will have seen why this thing is so highly touted in Fortnite players' heads. Just the feeling of bouncing with the Shockwave Hammer and then landing straight on top of somebody and blasting them with a Thunder Shotgun for like 160 damage is so fun. And honestly, I do think it rivals stuff like the Havoc Pump Shotgun and the Kinetic Blade, or the Shockwave Grenade Launcher and the Charge Shotgun. And if I were to ask you to, travel back to Chapter 4, Season 1 and remember what your inventory looked like in that season, I guarantee 95% of you had the Shockwave Hammer paired right next to the Thunder Shotgun, and that is why they are on this list together today, guys. All right, I hope you guys did go on to enjoy this video. Again, I know there's going to be a ton that I missed here. Like, I'm just thinking off the top of my head, like the crazy buffed Deagle with the pump shotgun was an unbelievable combo, maybe like double heavy sniper, right? So please let me know in the comment section down below. I will have a pinned comment, I'm pretty sure, to this video, and leave your best dual weapon combo under that comment. And if this video gets enough likes, I will definitely make a part 2 of this video, because this one was super fun for me to make and kind of nostalgic, honestly. If you guys did go on to enjoy this video, please consider leaving it a like and subscribing. And with all that being said, yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one. As always, peace.